Bien, mesdames, messieurs, salut, c'est le professeur Welly. Partagez le live et on commence. Le thème aujourd'hui, c'est l'invasion presque imminente de l'Ukraine par la Russie. C'est le seul point à l'ordre du jour. Okay, partagez s'il vous plaît et on va commencer. Alors, je vais essayer de me partager moi-même là, si je peux, parce que c'est toujours un problème. Partagez s'il vous plaît. Et je m'excuse du retard. Chaque fois que je suis en ligne, c'est comme ça. On a l'impression que le système est verrouillé et ne me permet pas de partager. Le thème ce soir, une fois de plus, c'est l'invasion de l'Ukraine par la Russie. Donc, essayez de partager s'il vous plaît. Voilà. Je vais trouver un moyen pour partager à ma page. Si je trouve un moyen, je partage et on commence. Soyez patient s'il vous plaît, c'est habituel. Hein? C'est très fréquent. Je vais essayer de me partager et on va commencer. Et parfois, c'est difficile d'annoncer une conférence. Hein. Chaque fois que j'annonce ma venue, alors, il bloque. C'est depuis presque 30 minutes, sinon 1 heure que je cherche à vous joindre, mais malheureusement, Facebook avec ses contraintes et tout, c'est difficile. Donc, je partage au mien. Alors, en attendant, je vais vous faire écouter une chanson du professeur Welly. Donc, c'est Dictator Go Away. Et après cela, je reviens à vous. Dictator Go Away du professeur Welly. C'est une forme de remix. Je fais le remix de cette chanson. Dictator Go Away. Partagez s'il vous plaît.
Oh, that was called the strong man. His message is just for you. Why you citizens and you ask me? You ask one the national resources. Celebrate your longevity power. Forgetting that one will be no more. They have no food to eat. They have no water to drink. They have no shelter. Most of them are jobless. Basic medications. Hospitals, basic medications. All that counts for you is you and family. For you elections may win by photo violence, intimidation or arrest of opponents. That's why you stay in power. our forever. Where is my vote? Where is my vote?
Where is my photo?
You stole
Give
it.
me my photo.
Give me
Stop my photo.
Give me my vote.
Give me my photo.
Where is my vote?
Where is my photo?
You stole my vote.
Give me my photo.
You stole it.
Stop my photo.
Oh.
Give me my photo.
Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you, yeah. It don't go away, it don't go away, it don't go away now. It don't go away, it don't go away, it don't go away now.
It's a talk away. It's a talk away. It's a talk away. Go away now.
Quand le père qui a rejeté le prix d'une mère de père s'en va, il est remplacé par son fils. Ceci se fait avec la complicité et la bénédiction des maîtres d'hier et d'aujourd'hui. Ça, c'est de la dynastie dictatoriale. Il faut que cela change. Oui, il faut que cela change. Je propose des élections à deux tours avec mandat de 4 ans, renouvelable une seule fois, et suppression à quiconque le pouvoir de modifier la Constitution.
It's a talk away. Go away now.
Des milliers de réfugiés, j'ai mis soin de leur terre, en gardant sans espérance le reste de leur séjour. Ceci à cause de toi, patin, 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 patin. Pauvre patin, 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 pauvre patin.
It's a talk away. It's a talk away. It's a talk away. Go away now. It's a talk away. It's a talk away. It's a talk away. Go away now.
Thank you. Dictator, go away now. Let me stop sharing. Bien, mesdames, messieurs, salut une fois de plus, c'est Professeur Wele. Je vous entretiens ce jour sur un thème intitulé L'invasion de l'Ukraine par la Russie, les causes et les conséquences. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for the conference tonight is the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. What are the causes and what are the consequences? Avec votre permis, je vous remercie déjà d'être nombreux à partager ce live, partager au maximum, parce que l'information, c'est le pouvoir. Knowledge is power. Cette chanson que vous venez d'écouter, c'est une chanson du professeur Wele intitulée Dictator Go Away, dictateur va-t'en. Le monde est truffé de dictateurs. Alors, je veux d'abord faire l'exposé en anglais, puisqu'il y a plein de mes auditeurs qui entendent bien l'anglais et qui exigent que je leur donne le condensé au moins en anglais. Et après cet exposé en anglais, je vais revenir à vous pour vous expliquer davantage en français. Avec votre permission, bien sûr. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, I'm going to explain to you what is causing the issue in Russia, what is Russia invading Ukraine, what are the causes, and what may be the consequences. Yes, just for your history, you should know that Russia, Initially, we had what we call the Soviet Union. It was a federation of states, 15 states. And in the 1980, that federation collapsed under Gorbachev, the President Gorbachev. But when you look carefully, America played an important role with its European allies in the destruction of Soviet Union. So American helped the destruction of Soviet Union. So we need to know that. And when the Soviet Union was destroyed under what they call perestroika, glasnost, the new federation called Russia urged America to stay away from its country for a security purpose. America violated that contract by turning the new independent country into the international force called NATO. The NATO is an international force led by the United States with European allies. So those new countries, Georgia, Crimea, and Ukraine, they turned American and their allies turned those new independent countries into a NATO country, which became a very threat for Russia. Let me clearly explain to you. America is made of how many states? 50 states, right? Let's suppose that Russia find a way to divide America into different countries. Texas becomes a country, Maryland becomes an independent country. And if that was not enough, Russia, for example, is now giving more instruction to those independent countries. It becomes a threat for America. Yes or no? If Maryland is a state, it's a country, Texas is a country, but they are receiving instruction and weapons from the opponent of America, can America sleep? No and no. That is exactly what happened. And Russia several times warned America to remove the threat on the border so that there should be no American influence in the area. But America can violate that contract. We need to tell the truth to American people. And if you notice carefully, in 2014, Russia invaded Crimea. Crimea returned to the Federation. Now it is Ukraine. Ukraine is on the verge of the invasion. What is Russian President Putin is asking America and allies is that Ukraine should be permanently barred from NATO. Basically, it means that Ukraine should not be part of NATO because it is a threat for Russia. But America and allies are saying that is not negotiable. That is the real reason. So we need to tell the truth to the population. Would you accept to have somebody who is your enemy to live with you in your house? Everybody can answer that type of question. And which part is difficult? Why President Biden cannot accept to sit down on a negotiation table with Putin to discuss clearly the withdrawal of Ukraine from NATO. Is that impossible? To save the world, to save peace? Is that impossible? To take Ukraine from NATO so that we to avoid the invasion? It is possible. Nobody can accept. I'm not for or against any invasion, but nobody should live with threat. Nobody. And Ukraine and all those countries are the same place. So after the independence, they didn't move to somewhere else. They are there. So they are serious threat for America, for Ukraine. They can destroy Russia from within. If Maryland become an independent state with dangerous weapon, Maryland can destroy America from within. True or false? Which part is difficult to understand? We want peace around the world, and Russia is well prepared to win the war. Why? Russia has a powerful ally now, China. America cannot defeat China. America cannot defeat Russia at this point. Even all of them combined with the NATO, they cannot. So there is no need to think about going to war with Russia. It is a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It is a waste of human being. America should not even send troops there. Russia will kill them. So there is no need to start a war without knowing the consequences. So that invasion can be prevented, but America and the NATO are not willing to solve the problem properly. They think that they have the power. Russia is well prepared because Russia removed all its money, dollar currency, so that it cannot depend on America anymore. That's something that is done. And Russia now has a kind of credit card that is being used by Russia and China, and America has no control about it. If for some reasons in the coming days there is an invasion of Ukraine by Russia, what are the consequences? Those NATO and America may think about sanctions. The sanction will not work because they are prepared. If you come with sanctions, Russia can stop providing gas to the whole Europe in this winter, and they will die in the cold weather because Russia is the one providing gas to the whole Europe. What happens if you come with sanctions and Russia say, okay, I'm going to stop providing gas to Europe? That's the end. They will die. They cannot survive. Can you try military Russia? No. Which country can try Russia military? No country. Russia is so well equipped in military so that they can destroy Europe in a matter of seconds. America should not even dare trying Russia. And if you notice carefully, America lost its power since the event of 9/11. After the event of 9/11, America no longer scares any country. This is something we need to know, and America need to think in a different way to solve international problems. America should not consider itself as the powerful country in the world and trying to use war all the time. It will no longer work because things are changing. What are the direct consequences? The price of gas will increase. If you go in the gas station now, what is happening? The gas is going up and up, and this is one of the consequences of the crisis going on in Ukraine. The economic crisis is going to be more obvious if we start a fight, if there is an invasion and other country is trying to challenge it, it can lead to a war, to an international war. Yes, it can lead to an international war with the loss of life. This is really, really dangerous. And as I'm telling you, Russia and China are now working hand in hand. They are now very powerful. They know that by putting themselves together, it is difficult for a country to challenge them. That's why America and Russia and other NATO countries should sit down together to find a way to remove Ukraine from NATO. That is the only condition under which the invasion will not happen. If they continue with the same way of doing things, in a matter of days, the invasion will be obvious. And the NATO for me, is considered as a terrorist group. They are not there for peace, they are just there to destroy. When we look at what they did in Africa, it is really bad. They are terrorists. France, knowing that it cannot defeat Gaddafi, the president of Libya, used NATO to destroy and kill Gaddafi and put the country in a chaotic situation. They used NATO to go to Syria, try to withdraw the president, and Putin say, you cannot make it happen. And that is the situation. They destroy, turn a country into a graveyard. So NATO is a terrorist group. Unfortunately, I have to say that. Bien, mesdames, messieurs, j'espère que je suis écouté. J'espère également que je suis vu. Je donnais ici la version anglaise de la conférence. Et maintenant, je suis à vous pour la version française. Donnez-moi le temps de vérifier si je suis en train de passer, parce que là, je suis toujours très menacé. Et en attendant que je vérifie, sachez que je suis également cette émission est en train de passer également sur Facebook, sur YouTube. Si vous êtes sur YouTube, vous pouvez également voir l'émission. Je ne sais pas si j'espère que ça passe. Bien, de toute manière,